Chapter 9,
10.
verse 1. 10? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Ignore me.
We just did 10.
Yep.
9, I mean.
Luke's the brains of this operation, not me.
No, I just have a lot of marks that I just made, and I was like, we haven't made new marks in 10, so. Yeah, dude. We'll just start up in verse 10, chapter 10. Why do I don't get them mixed up. Like, I know the obvious difference between chapter and verse, but I say verse when I mean chapter, and I say chapter when I mean verse all the time.
Yeah, I do too.
I was texting someone the other day about a passage in Colossians, and I was like, yeah, I love this first 17 verses. Obviously, I mean, wow, I did it again. I messed up telling you the story. I just realized it. I was like, yeah, I love the first 17 chapters. Wait, did I say chapters?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, anyway, but I meant to say I love the first 17 verses of a particular chapter. Anyway, verse 10. You want to start reading?
Yeah.
Chapter 10. Oh my goodness. Anyway, chapter 10.
Verse 10. Just kidding.
Chapter 10, verse 1.
There you go. Then I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven, wrapped in a cloud. That'd be cool. With a rainbow over his head. His face was like the sun. His legs were like pillars of fire. And he had a little scroll opened in his hand. He put his right foot on the sea, his left on the land.
And he called out with a loud voice, like a lion roaring. When he called out, the seven thunders sounded. And when the seven thunders had sounded, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven saying, seal up what the seven thunders have said, and do not write it down. And the angel whom I saw standing on the sea, was that? Yeah, that's you. Verse 5.
Yep. Then the angel that I had seen standing on the sea and on the land raised his right hand to heaven, and he swore by the one who lives forever and ever, who created heaven and what is in it, the earth and what is in it, and the sea and what is in it, there will no longer be a delay.
But that in the days of the trumpet call to be sounded by the seventh angel, the mystery of God would be fulfilled, just as announced to his servants, the prophets. And the voice that I heard from heaven spoke to me again, saying, go, take the scroll that is open in one hand of the angel who is standing on the sea and on the land.
So I went to the angel and asked him to give me a little scroll. He said to me, take and eat it. It will be bitter in your stomach, but it will be as sweet as honey in your mouth. Then I took the scroll from the angel's hand and ate it. And it was sweet as honey in my mouth, but when I ate it, my stomach became bitter.
What do you think it is? Oh, wait. No, we didn't finish. Or did we?
One more verse.
And I was told you must gain prophecy about many peoples and nations and language and kings. What do you think it means in verse 4 when it says, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven saying, seal up what the seven thunders have said and do not write it down?
Let's see if there's any commentary on this. Let's see, verse 4.
And the angel whom I saw standing on the sea and on the land raised his right hand to heaven and swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created heaven and what is in it, earth and what is in it, the sea and what is in it, and there would be no more delay. What do you think's in the little scroll?
Not sure. That's verse 4.
Yeah.
or 3?
Verse 4. Well, you can start in 3, and he called out with a loud voice like a lion roaring. When he called out, the seventh thunder sounded. Then end of 4.
Well, verse 4. Well, this commentary doesn't give that much on it, but John was told he must conceal the message of the 7 thunders until God's time. Daniel chapter 8, 26 and 27. Daniel 8.
Daniel 8, 26 and 27.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want to read it?
Sure. The vision of the evenings and the mornings that has been told is true, but seal up the vision, for it refers to many days from now. And I, Daniel, was overcome and lay sick for some days. Then I rose and went about the king's business, but I was appalled by the vision and did not understand it.
What you think?
I have no clue.
Okay, Daniel 12, 9, 2. And Daniel 12:9 says, and he said, go on your way, Daniel, for the words are secret and sealed until the time of the end. Okay, that doesn't answer anything. Let's see, John was... Oh, I get it. So what we're saying is that this is where Daniel's sealed his writings, because he said, God, I don't understand this. And then God says, okay, seal it up, and someone else will pick up the pen, and that's where John... Okay, that makes sense. What do you think?
Yeah. And I shall know that you can show me its interpretation, verse 9. Daniel chapter 2, verse 9. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Verse 8 says, then the voice that I had heard from heaven spoke to me again, saying, go, take the scroll that is open in the hand of the angel who is standing on the sea and on the land. So I went to the angel and told him to give me the little scroll. He said to me, take it and eat it. It will make your stomach bitter, but your mouth will be sweet as honey. And then it keeps going. Obviously, he took it, he ate it, his mouth was sweet, and his stomach was bitter. And then I was told, you must again prophesy about many peoples and nations and languages and kings. Mm-hmm. Why was he told to eat it? Or was he literally told to eat it?
Ooh, I'm not sure. Or could it be like figuratively? Like, say, oh, maybe. What do you think about this? So, let's say that me and you both start memorizing scripture, right? And, some of those scriptures are going to be sweet as honey. And some of the scriptures will be bitter because it might bring up a memory from 5 years ago that was bad.
Yeah.
So that would be. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I'm actually looking up some commentary. It says the angel raised his right hand to heaven and swore that there would no longer be delay. What would no longer be delayed? The mystery of God announced by the prophets would be fulfilled. When would this happen? The angel says in the days when the seventh angel blows his trumpet. Remember that we have been listening to the seven trumpets blasting judgment. We have read of 6 trumpets sounding so far.
Yes.
The mighty angel declares that when the seventh angel sounds his trumpet, then it is done. The mystery of God, as declared by the prophets, will be fulfilled. The mighty angel calls out with a loud voice, and the sound was like a roaring lion. When the angel called out with his loud voice, there were 7 thunders that sounded. The 7 thunders are apparently similar to the 7 seals and the 7 trumpets containing messages of judgment. John is about to write down what the 7 thunders have said, but a voice from heaven calls down to John and tells him to seal up what the 7 thunders have said and do not write it down. This is the only picture we have in the book of Revelation of some piece of information remaining sealed. It was not for humanity to know the things that the 7 thunders revealed. We are not giving any clues or any further information about the messages of the 7 thunders. So, that's all I got. That's all I know. That's all I found.
It's deep. It's deep.
Yeah, it's maybe we'll find out about it later. Maybe we won't. So, if you want, we can jump into verse 11.
Chapter 11?
Yeah, I say verse. People's going to legitimately think that I don't know the difference between chapter and verse. I 100% know the difference. We're going to start with chapter 11.
Do you have time?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do it. Chapter, not verse.
You want me to end it or?
Oh, let's just keep it going. I mean, I think it's good.
10 and 11?
What?
10 and 11?
This recording will
Yeah.
be 10 and 11. Yeah.
Sweet. Before we get started, I need to go to the old Johnny.
Yeah.
You want to